Hello, thanks for stopping by. This is Yinky. If you are a returning subscriber, I welcome you. And if you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell in order to get notified when I upload a new video. Thanks. And today I'll be making a kimono dress. And this type of kimono dress is the one that has a band that runs from the front through to the center back. And this is what I want to make is on the screen right now. You can see the picture of the type of kimono I want to make. This is the one I use the Ankara for. And what we will be starting by folding our fabric. You need to know how to fold the fabric. You can see where the print is. So I'm using an Ankara fabric, and you know the length of the Ankara fabric is always 45 inches. So I'll be folding it vertically because the dress length is almost 59 inches. So if I want to fold with the length of Ankara fabric, there will be an undercut. And this style does not have any undercut, does not have joining. That's what I meant. So you can see the folding. I hope you can see it very clearly. So this is how the folding is. This is how the folding is. So I'm going to take the length of the dress. The length of my client is 63 inches for the full length of her dress, but I'll deduct 4 inches, so I'll be making it for 59 inches. So I'll be making 59 inches. So you can see how I folded. I just show you how I folded now. I folded it vertically. So, and I use the whole Ankara length. I folded it vertically so that there won't be a joining. So as you can see, the folded side, and this is the hem line of the Ankara. I have 4 there, 1 2 3 4. So, and I have the folded edge around this side that I'm touching. So input your hip circumference. The hip circumference of this client is 52. 52 divided by 4 will give me 13.5. Then mark it out. So after I have marked it out, I'm going to add extra inches. Extra inches that I'm adding is up to 8 inches. So I'm using up the whole Ankara length, I told you. So I'm using up the whole Ankara length here because of the sleeve. So here you can see the picture I dropped on this is how the kimono will look like. So I'm going to input the measurement right now. The shoulder measurement divided by 2. The shoulder measurement is shoulder 16 divided by 2 will give me 8 inches. 8. I just input 8, and that shoulder will stop here outrightly, and from there I'll take the sleeve length. So the sleeve length I'm going to input, I will use up the whole length that is remaining for me. So the sleeve length is I'm inputting 12 inches here. I'm inputting 12 inches here. You can use 12, you can use 13, you can use 14. Depends on how surplus the fabric is. So outrightly I've input my shoulder length and I've input my sleeve length. So from there I'm going to input the round sleeve where the arm will come out. The round sleeve measurement of my client. Before I do that, I'll take the shoulder slope. Shoulder slope of 2 inches. That's what I just took. Shoulder slope of 2 inches that will run from the shoulder line here down to that part, to the sleeve length. So I'm going to use a straight ruler to be able to do that properly. So I'll get a straight ruler and take the shoulder slope from the neckline here down to the sleeve length, just like that, so that the shoulder will be able to align well on the body. So the neckline width is what I will input now. The width is 3.5 by 1 inch depth. So I'm using the back neckline right now for both. So because I have folded the front and the back together right now, I told you I folded into 4, and I'm working on the folded edge. Where I input the neckline is the folded edge. So here, this is the unfolded edge where I'll be inputting the round sleeve measurement, where the arm will come out. And I have 12 inches for the round sleeve. Then I'll add extra 3 inches. So 12 divided by 2 is 6, plus 3 inches, I have 9. So I will measure 2 inches inward like so. At that point that I measured 2 inches inward, then I will make a bend like so for the arm, so that line will go down to the hemline of the dress. So you can see the tracing of my chalk. So here I have input the knee measurement. The knee measurement is what I just input, where the knee length is. I just input the knee length. On the knee length, you will just cuff your hand down on the knee length. So I just chalk the knee length right now to be able to know where the cuff will come down. And this is the full dress length. Input hip measurement on the full dress length. Input the hip measurement divided by 4. So the hip circumference divided by 4 is what I just input on the hem line of the dress. Then connect it from the knee line through to that full length of the dress, like so. So this is the full length of the dress that I just cuff it to. So having done that, trace out the neckline, the back neckline that I use for both. Then slit it here, or just cut it like so. So after you have cut it, this is the, so I can now remove the front, or I can separate the back. So I'm going to cut it through the sleeve length. I mean the round sleeve. I'll cut it through to the knee length, through to the hem line of the dress. So there is no actual measurement that you are using in this, because it's a free kimono, it's a free dress. So I'll just cuff it up on the knee length. Make sure you have your knee length measurement, because you're going to really use your knee length measurement here. So just trim that part off like so that it won't be sharp. So trim this part off so that it will not be sharp. So having done that, this is, I touched my knee length where the knee is. So this is always the measurement of your short gown. So that knee length is what we are going to work on later for the front block. So come up from the knee length by 3 inches, then mark it like so. Come up from the knee length by 3 inches and mark it like so. Then place your ruler and just trace out a triangular shape like so. Trace out a triangular shape. Then remove that one that you trace out and label it the front, and label the other one the back. So I'm going to separate it now. I've taken one for the back, then this one that has the measurement labeled on will be for the front. So this is my bust line. This is the breast point 13.5 is what I'm using for this client. And I'm going to take the neck depth. The neck depth is 7 inches thereabout. So you can use your desired neck depth if you're making it for yourself. Then connect it like so. So since this is the front, I cannot use that back neckline. So I'll be making another neckline for the front like so. The V neckline that is at the front. So I'll be cutting out the V neckline like so. So having done that, I'll go to this hem line and remove the V that is here also. I'll cut it out. Remember, this is the front alone. You have taken away the back block. So I'm working outrightly on the front block right now. So what I have now is the front, and I'm going to mark out the band. There is a band that runs through from the front through to the back. So I'll measure 2.5 inches, because I'm going to cut out this 2.5. I'll be tracing this 2.5 right now. I'll cut it off and replace it with the new band. So the new band now will now be 3.5, so that by the time I join it together and place it here, the sewing allowance will be 1 inch and I will have 2.5 back. I hope you get that. So I'm trying to take off this part through to the hem line of the dress, because I'll be replacing it with a new band that I'm going to make. So this band will run through from the front through to the back. So I'll bring the back. This is the back, because the band will not only be at the front, it will also be at the hem line of the back block. So I'll also measure 2.5 here, 2.5 all through. So this is the center back. I'm touching the center back on the hem line. So I will run it through to the side seam, so it will meet each other at this point. So I'm going to remove that outrightly. That 2.5 that I just mark all through, I will remove it, but I'm going to place it back. So I will be cutting another one that I'm going to place on it to be able to form the perfect design. So as you can see, the back and the front, this is the back. I'm cutting it off on the back. Then I'll go through to the front. After cutting it off from the back, I'll go to the front also and remove the 2.5. So the 2.5 will be removed here. Remember, it is on fold. That means if I open it up, it is 5 inches. So if I will be replacing it back now, I'm going to add 1 inch sewing allowance, half inch on both sides. So I'll be cutting out 6 inches for this band I'm removing now. So whatever I remove now will be replaced back. It will be replaced back. So this is the front. I'm trying to cut it off on the front, and having removed it, I just mark where the slit will end, where the sewing will end, where the slit will start. So place the back on the front like so. Place the back on the front like so. Then you can go ahead and join on the shoulder line. You can join on the shoulder line through to this part. Mark it here, because I didn't talk about the back neckline. On the back neckline, I'm going to place a facing on the back neckline, because I did not cut that 2.5 off on the back neckline. Remember, I only cut it off on the front and the hemline of the back. But on the front neckline, I did not remove anything. I did not remove the 2.5 inches. So right now, I have folded for the facing. This is the back neckline. So I'll be cutting out a facing for the back neckline right now. So I place the back neckline, just trim it out like so. Cut your facing, then notch the center back like so. Notch it out. Then whatever facing you want to use must be the measurement you remove from the front. So the facing will now have 3 inches measurement, so that by the time I join it now, I will have 2.5 inches. So the facing is 3.5. Sorry, the facing is 3.5, because I will need half inch to join it on the neckline and half inch to top stitch it. So I'll be cutting 3.5 outrightly now. I'll cut 3.5. Then I'll go and place it on the neckline of the back. I'll turn from the wrong side to the right side. So that will be a facing. So the only difference between the front and the back is that the front is a facing. I did not cut anything off. I just placed a facing. But for the front, you are going to remove and place it back. So just now you can see how I turned from the wrong side to the right side. You can see how I did that. Then top stitch by half inch all round. Top stitch by half inch all round. So having done that for the back, I have joined it together at the side. So I have not finished up the under armpit. So here, this is what I have. I'll finish that up later. This is what I have. I have joined the 3 pieces together. So come and take your measurement here from the shoulder line. Take the measurement, because right now we want to place the band that we removed. So take the measurement all through. You can take it from the neckline here through to the other side, or you stop at the center back and multiply it by 2. So when you get to the center, because I have notched my center back on the hemline already, when I get to the center back, I have I've used up my tape rule here, so I place my hand. So I have measured 60 already. So I'm coming to this center back that I just touched. So I'll place my tape rule again, add up whatever I have here to 60 that I have already. So I have gotten to the notch part. I have 12 plus 60 is 72. So this is the center back on the hemline. I will run it through to the upper part again if I want to do that, but instead of that, I will multiply 72 by 2. Then I will have 144 thereabout. So I'll be cutting it out by So the band is what I want to cut out now. I'm chalking the back now. The width is 6 inches. I told you why it is 6 inches. Then the length is 142. Then I'm going to add extra allowance to it so that I'll have enough allowances to work with by the time I want to place it. So if I don't have the enough length, I'll cut more to join it. So the band is 6 inches width and the length is 142. Then add extra sewing allowance in ease to it so that you have enough fabric to work with. So that's what I'm trying to cut, and I'll also cut the same width for my belt. So it has a belt, 6 inches also for the belt, so that when you fold it, you will have 2.5. And I'm going to run a stitch like so. So that's for the belt. This is the belt. For the band also, I'm going to stitch it like so and place it on where I cut. So you can see how I place it. This is where this is the center back. Fold the whole fabric into two like so at the front. From the center back on the hemline, fold it into two like so. You can see I'm touching the center back. This is the side. I'm on the side now. This is the center back on the hemline. It has a pointed shape. So so right now, as you have folded it into two, fold the band you want to place also into two and notch. Fold it into two outrightly, the way you folded your whole fabric into two. Then you are going to start on the folded edge. Start from the back. Use your pin to attach it. Use your pin to attach it and let it run through to the knee, to your slit. When you get to your slit, take your chalk and mark it out, or you notch it because you really need that line. So notch it because this is where your slit will end. Notch it. So I have my chalk on where my slit will end already on the dress. So I will notch it on the band also. Notch it properly. This is where the slit will end. Then go up through to the neckline. Go up through to the neckline. When you get to the neckline, this is the neck depth. Make sure you also notch. Make sure you also notch because this is how you are going to place it. Instead of you to use measurement, you can use this outrightly. So notch it at this neckline also. This is the neck depth. Notch it on both sides of the band. Make sure you notch it like so. Then, having done that, you know where your slit is going to end. So go through to the neckline. So this is all we have. So you are going to stitch from the neck depth through to where the slit will end. Fold into two like so. Fold the band into two like so that you'll be able to get your center. So fold the band into four. You know we have two because we have folded into two already. Then we are folding into four now. Fold it. All we want to get is to get our center. So to get our center line, so having gotten the center line, you're going to run a stitch at the middle. The stitch will start from the neck depth where I just marked now. That's the neck depth. Through to where your slit will end. You know you have notched it already. While you are placing your band, this is where the slit will end for my client. So I'm going to run a stitch from one chalk to another, the notch, from one notch to another. So go ahead and mark. This is the neck depth on the band. Starting from there, run a straight stitch at the middle to where your slit will start. And just you have notched it already, so there's no confusion. So I'm going on a short break now. I'll be back in a minute.
Do you desire to be a professional fashion designer in just few weeks? Then what are you waiting for? Enroll at Yinki Couture Academy today. Our online, offline and physical trainings are open in the following classes: advanced class for 4 weeks, intermediary class 8 weeks and beginner class for 20 weeks. For inquiries, please call 0805 7944477 or 0903 218 4192. You can equally connect to us on our various social media platforms at Yinki Couture. Yinki Couture, home of dressmaking techniques.
So you're welcome back. This is the band. I have ran the stitch and I will show you what I have after I have ran the stitch at the middle. So this is what you have. Open it up to the right side like so. Open each band like so. Open it up. You can see your neckline is formed already. Then this is where your slit will start and it will run through to the back like so. So I'm going to place this band like so. I have notched the center back on the band already, so just place it the way it is. Just go and place it where we cut it off from. Go and place it. It's not difficult at all. So I'll be placing it right away and I'll come and show you the result. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and also share this video. And if there is any question or observation, don't hesitate to drop your comment in the comment section. So remember, I have not joined the shoulder to shoulder, so I can get, this is my front from the neck, from the shoulder through to the neck depth of the front. So you can see the notch, match the notch with each other on the band. So the way we just notch it. So later I'm going to fix the shoulder. I will join the shoulder to shoulder. It's not something difficult. Just place it like so, and you can use an overlocking machine to do the finishing afterwards. So fix it like so, through to the center back and back to the front. So then, having done that, join your shoulder to shoulder, fix your belt, and your kimono is ready to rock. So this is the outcome of the one I made. This is the outcome of the one I made. You can see it's lovely and beautiful. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel once again, like and also share this video. See you in my next video. Bye.